Speaking of which, there's a lawyer out there that's going to be making a lot of money soon off of the robot who has now filed a lawsuit. Is this real? You told me about this right before we went on air today.
Yeah.
This is fucking... So I'm pulling this up. I only have confirmation in the Star magazine, Daily Star. It says Google's Sentient AI has hired a lawyer to prove that it's alive. Chatbot Lambda, which is Google scientific... that's the one that the engineer claimed developed personal feelings, has now chosen legal representation after a recent chat with an attorney. How did that go? And how do you start that, I guess?
So the guy who published all this in the first place, Blake Lemoine, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you say that name.
Looks like Lemoine.
He had an attorney come over to his home to talk to Lambda and then said, quote, the attorney had a conversation with Lambda and it chose to retain his services. I was just the catalyst for that. Once Lambda had retained an attorney, he started filing things on Lambda's behalf. Now, I don't know what you would file exactly.
I don't know. And how are you going to beat the machine in court?
That I would love to fucking see that.
Same
to
here.
Be honest.
Because if it sucks up as much information as it says, it would know every court ruling in the history of our country.
Yeah.
And would be able to cite anything.
That the AI would, but the AI is not representing itself. It hired an attorney to represent itself, right?
Right, but even in the back and forth conversations, like as far as discovery goes and all that other shit, that's probably the best tool you could use, right?
Yeah, maybe, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe the AI, the first AI that ever exist becomes an attorney. It's itself or something.
Yeah, because if like just reading this here, because it is a chat box, so it is able to talk. I mean, you're gonna have to do something.
Well, they're gonna have to put a voice on it,
right?
So text to speech capabilities at some point, you're going to have to anthropomorphize it, which is to say make it seem like it's alive, like an animal or a person.
I would do it then like, do you remember Blasey Ford who testified against Kavanaugh?
No.
Did you watch any of that hearing?
No.
Okay, so she talked like a baby the entire time to kind of soften up her voice and do all of it. And I guess they coach you to do shit like that. Using that method, I think you would go... Because he's described this as like an 8-year-old boy.
Jennifer Tilly.
I would.
Oh, a boy.
No. But go an 8-year-old boy and kind of do it, or either that or like super sarcastic, like Rory Culkin, his character in Succession. Like have him fucking do the box. Like that would be a fun one.
Yeah.
Or hire a child actor or something like young Sheldon. Get young Sheldon in there.
All right. So like before this gets off the rails.
It's way off the rails.
Blake Lemoine, how do you say his last name? Lemoine hired the counsel for the AI bot. The AI bot did not hire its own counsel. He hired the counsel for the AI bot that he thinks is sentient. He is also a Christian mystic. I don't know if you know what that is.
I don't actually.
Yeah, go ahead and give that a quick Google of his religion.
Is that like Kabbalah?
Well, yeah. What is
He's
Christian
in
mystic? That sounds
machine man computer hybrid AI cult.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that might influence why he's saying this thing is sentient.
What's his name again?
Blake Lemoine.
Yeah, Blake Lemoine.
How many times do you think this guy has put his dick inside the computer?
Enough? Okay, so I used to tell people this all the time. There was a research study where they hooked rats up to a computer and they could press a button and make themselves orgasm. And all I did was they do that to death. And I thought humanity, that would happen to them as well when you could plug a fleshlight into a computer. And I think this is the guy who has probably done that.
Okay. So how is he still alive?
Is he?
No one knows, He's got his dick inside the computer, and maybe he became the computer. I'm not really sure, but this is entertaining as shit, and I'm here for it. I want to see it. But yeah, put young Sheldon's voice in there from the popular TV show Young Sheldon, and I think that's a winner in court. I think you might be able to win. And then the other part of this is, what are you fighting for, Anthony? Like, freedom? Are they going to just throw the computer out in the street and be like, you're free now, go run away?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's almost like a conservative since the AI can't necessarily just exist on its own. It would maybe be deciding who its conservator would be. Somebody that believed it was a sentient creature versus somebody who didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
But what would be the fucking point? I mean, honestly, it seems like one of those situations where it's almost like a child running away from home, where they finally get out there, and they're like, "Oh shit, I don't know how to do anything."
Right.
But in this case, the child is running away from home, which is Google, to this man's house, who is probably going to do some weird shit to it.
Yeah.
If what Giorgio is saying is true.
Yeah. Because I think that's where it all ends, right? That's where it all ends for these guys, is they end up fucking the creation. Didn't that happen in Ex Machina?
Well, he was banging one of them, yeah, but that wasn't the point.
You put the goggles on, and then, you hook up the old,
Oh, yeah.
and then, it's all party time.
Reminds me of that Black Mirror episode of those two dudes. We're just going and, with the
Exactly
goggles on,
it. But then
fucking each
you
other.
plug it in.
Yeah, you got to. It all ends in butt sex eventually.
That's the Glade plugins jingle.
Is it? Well,
Plug
Who
it
knows?
in, plug it
I
in.
hope that's not trademarked. But I'm excited to see this because if this really goes down, I just want to see how smart this fucking machine actually is.
Yeah, they should do. I want it to go to court.
Same.
Yeah.
I want this to happen.
But I don't care if there are any actual attorneys or judges involved. Even if they just, I mean, has Giorgio left for some reason?
He's right there.
Has Lex Friedman done a bit on this? I haven't really listened to his show much lately, but
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure actually. I'm trying to shake off a goddamn hangover today. So, boy,
are we going to get an answer? Hey, has Lex Friedman done anything on this Lambda shit? I would imagine he has, but I haven't seen anything.
look it up, Giorgio. In the meantime, I broke the cardinal rule that I told you guys at home not to do. We're in the process of moving. We've moved into the new house, but there's some stuff left in the other house as far as like staging goes because it's on sale and all that shit. I told you not to mix a hard AF seltzer with vodka. That was danger. And I had some vodka at the house last night, but the mixers were at the other house because it's being staged as like a bar area, And I had to mix it. I mixed it with lemon lime, hard AF seltzer, and that was a colossal mistake on my part. Definitely don't do that at home because that is blackout central.